أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome back, dear students, to the fourth lecture of report writing, academic report writing. I hope you are all doing well and you are safe and sound with your family members. So, dear students, in a previous lecture, we talked about the common types of academic documents. We have studied all of them. In case you didn't understand, you can leave the questions. Inshallah, I'll get your questions answered. So, today we will start lecture 4th, sequence of project report. So, in this lecture, we will study how to write project report. The purpose of this lecture is to get you accustomed to the content of the report writing or project report. So in project report, in this lecture we will discuss how to write project report and what things should be placed and what type of sequence, the content are used in the academic report writing, or we can say in this project report writing, which is one of the documents of academic report writing. So let's get started. The sequence of project report writing, as I said in the beginning, these are the sequence of the report writing. The very first thing we have is actually the title page. You can see here. Now, what is title page? How title page is used, and what are written on the title page? We will study this later. What is abstract and declaration, plagiarism certificate, dedication optional. It's an optional. Acknowledgement is also optional. Table of content, list of figures, list of tables, list of acronyms or abbreviation, main report, chapter 1 to chapter 8, project, or it can be called work details, appendices, and references. So these are the sequence of project report writing. Like if you want to write a project report, the first thing we should do is the title page, and then abstract, and then declaration. We have to follow these things. If I number them, so this will be first and second, third, fourth, just like that. So now we will study each one of them single and individually. So let's get started. The first one, we have a title page. So title page or cover page, you can call it. It can also be called the title page, title, or cover page. What do we use in title page and cover? So in title page, actually, it's the very first page of your document, contains your project reports, title, your name, department, or you can say university, institution, degree, program, and submission date. Sometimes it also includes your student number, your supervisor's name, and the university logo, So these are the requirements of the title page. So many programs have strict requirements for formatting the project report title page. So as I said here, first we just have I said logo. We just place the logo, and then name of the university, name of the faculty. Suppose it's a logo of university, you should write the logo of Salam University, and then name of the university, Salam University, name of the faculty, computer science faculty, or computer science department. So the title of project, what was your title, the title of the project, like what's the name of your project in simple words, your full name. If there are many students, you have to write their names as well. Like if you have done the project as a group, so in a group you should write all of the students' name here, and the name of the supervisor. Sometimes it's also needed. Date, you should write the month and year of the submitting date, as I said earlier. Let me give you an example of the title page. So let's move on. So okay, let's see the example of the title page. So here we have project of report. So you see here the title of you can see here the title of the project. You should write the title of the project here, and the project report submitted by. So name of the student, or if there are many students, you should write the name of them, in the parcel of fulfillment, this is something that you just declare, you claim for your degree. Name of the degree, what's the name of the degree here? You should write the name of the degree branch, or we can say the study computer faculty. We said that here we should insert the logo, you can see here, and name of your university, name of your institute or university, month and year of submission, should all of them. So dear student, this is the title page, you can see here. This is the title page of the report, project report. So you can see this, the title. You have to edit this as well. Now let's move on. It also says that title page reflects the content of the report. The title page, it means that in title page we just write whatever is in the report, like the name of the report. It reflects the content, the things that are available in the report. So we should write it on the title page. Sorry. Informative and short, approximately 15 words at maximum. So remember that title page should be informative, because the very first thing the people will see is your what? Is your actually a title page. So it should be informative. It should give an overall idea or the name of the title, of the name of the project, and it should be short. Approximately there will be 15 words, not more than 15 words. Okay, so 15 words should be written on the title page. On the title page, you don't have to write many words. You don't have to write more than 15 words on the title page. So you should just write the things that are said before, just like here. So it can be only 15 words. There are 7, but possible you have to write only 15 words on the title page. You don't have to write so many things on a title page that's going to diminish the value of your report writing. Now, the next thing we have to follow in report writing is actually the abstract. Now, what's the abstract? We talked about abstract in previous lectures as well, and this lecture we will also discuss the abstract. In a research paper, a more concise abstract is provided at the beginning of your paper before the introduction section. Let's talk about the abstract before we come to here. What's an abstract? First thing, let's study the first abstract and then how abstract is used. Let me show you the abstract on the project. You can see here the abstract. It's acknowledgement. This is the abstract. What's the abstract? Abstract is the short summary of the things that you have discussed. Abstract should be one-page synopsis of the project report type, double line spacing. Font style should be Times New Roman, and font size here. Abstract is a short report of abstract is the short summary of your report. It can be called the executive summary as well. So it's the first thing, and you should keep in mind. Now, how to write? So let's discuss abstract in details. So in a research paper, a more concise abstract is provided. In a research paper, the abstract should be concise. It should be written in short words. It shouldn't be written in details. It should be concise. It's most often provided at the beginning of your paper, before the introduction section. Like the abstract is used before the introduction section. You don't have to place it after the introduction, but you should place it before the introduction. So an abstract contains the same ingredients as a summary. As I said before, the abstract is a short summary of your report. So it contains the ingredient as a summary, but it's more concise. But the difference between the summary is it's more concise, right? A summary can be written in a 2, 3, 4 paragraphs, while the abstract should come in one paragraph. It should be from 150 words to up to 300 words, not more than that. Now, these questions should be answered in abstract, like what have you discussed, or why have you discussed, and how have you discussed. In other words, the topic should be used. The topic, what's the topic, the purpose, and the method or the procedure. So we can also say what have you chosen, why have you chosen, or how have you chosen. So these 3 WH questions should be answered in the abstract. Remember them in concise words or concisely. The summary or abstract is not a chapter, so it's not numbered. So remember that the summary is not a chapter. So you shouldn't. So so you shouldn't number it as a chapter. So you don't have to say it's a chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So it doesn't have the chapter number because it's not actually a chapter. So if it is not a chapter, then you shouldn't number it. Number means 1, 2, 3 Roman numbers. You don't have to number the abstract. Why? Because it's a summary. Okay, the summary, like both summary or an abstract, they both cannot be numbered. So you shouldn't number both of them. Now, abstract is like an abstract is like a movie trailer. People will only consider reading the rest of the manuscript if they find your abstract interesting. You might have seen, like an abstract is compared with the movie trailer. If you want to promote your movie, so before you release the movie, like 1 month ahead or 2 months ahead, it depends upon the directors or their policy. Before a movie, like normally it's 1 month before the release of the movie. So they release a trailer. A trailer gives an idea or an overview about the movie. It gives that whether the movie is a horror movie, action movie, romantic movie, or mysterious movie. What movie is fiction movie, non-fiction movie? What movie is that? So from the trailer, the audience understand, and then after they see the trailer, they buy the ticket. If there is no trailer, they don't buy the ticket of the movie. So now, similarly, an abstract. If you write an abstract in a beautiful way, in concise way, or in a way that covers all the topics in a short words, so the person will keep on reading your abstract. If not, the person will not. Remember, some of the movies, before they release the movie trailer, they release the teasers. Teasers also give us a hint about the story of the movie. So same goes with the abstract. Abstract gives you a hint that what is going to be discussed in, or what is discussed, how it's discussed, why it's discussed in the abstract. All these things are available there. So write an abstract after you have finished writing your whole paper. Remember, dear students, that abstract is not written before the project. We say it's the first thing, before it comes before the introduction, but remember, it is not written before anything else. It's written after you are done with the paper. The paper is finished, you have finished the paper, and now you have got the full idea that you have discussed in the report. So you should, after that, you have to write an abstract. So abstract, it's something that gives an idea, a full idea. So once you have studied your project and you suppose you are fully knowledgeable about the project, you have got the command of the project, you have got the grip of the project. After you studied or you got 360 angle of your report and you finish it, the next thing you should do is write an abstract. Place the abstract before introduction. Yes, that's true, while it's written after the report is completed. Pick out key statements from your introduction, method, results, discussion section to frame your abstract with a logical flow. Remember that we pick some of the things from the introduction. We just make mention of the methods. Remember that we say what, how, and why. So these 3 questions can also be answered here. We just pick some of the words from the introduction, some words from the methods, whatever I mean. Some words, it means you just make mention of the introduction, the methods, the results, and the discussion sections to frame your abstract with a logical flow. If you want to frame your abstract with a logical flow, you should say something about introduction in the abstract, say something about the methods, how, and like in here, the purpose, why, and the methods, how you have written the report, results, what have you achieved as the results in the report. You should make mention of these 3 things if you want to frame your abstract with a logical flow. The next thing is edit your abstract carefully to make it cohesive and meet the word count requirements of the journal. So edit it carefully. You should edit it very carefully. Like, you have to be very cautious while you are writing or editing your abstract. You have to edit it and make it cohesive, make it like related. The ideas should be related with one another, right? So we call that cohesive. And make the word count requirements of the journal, and count the words that as per the requirements of the journal. Suppose journal needs this many words, so you have to put this many words, so you have to cover your report in the given words, which is the requirement of of the what, which is the requirement of the report. Now, one thing is here that cohesive, so we just call cohesive that it's characterized by or causing cohesion, like something that's considered with one another. So, like related to one another, it's like a link, or we can say it. So, okay. The next we have is abstract. Now, an abstract can be either descriptive or informative. Now, there are two things. What is descriptive and what is informative? Let's study this. A descriptive abstract summarizes the motivation, scope. What does it do? Remember, a descriptive summarizes the motivation, scope, methods used to attain the solution or findings. In descriptive, first thing, descriptive can be either abstract can be either descriptive and it can be informative. If it is descriptive, so you should write in a way that motivation, it gives motivation, it talks about the scope, what has been discussed here, and the methods, how it's been discussed there. You tell the reader how you have conducted the research and other things, and how you have conducted the report. So, and then you just say that how did you achieve the solution? You motivate them, what was the necessity of that, and how you the purpose of it, and then the method, how you conduct it, and then after finding that, what have you achieved in a result. But an informative, however, on the other hand, is almost like the table of contents written in a paragraph. It's like informative is like a table of content written as in a paragraph. It also includes the result, conclusion, and recommendations. It includes the results, the conclusion, and as well as it includes the suggestions or recommendations or implications of the report. The abstract should not exceed the 300 words. As I said in the beginning, it should be between somewhere 150 words up to 350 words or 300 words, and its content are italicized, so it should be italicized. The content should be italicized. The major things should be italicized in abstract. So if your abstract doesn't grab their attention and make a good first impression, there is a good chance your research paper will be rejected at the outset. Remember, as I said, that this is the first thing that your reader reads or that talks about your project. So it has to grab the attention of the reader. If your abstract cannot hold the attention of the reader or grab the attention of your reader, so there are chances that your report paper or your project paper or we can say project report lose the first impression, and the person may not accept that and reject your paper, there. Moreover, if after your research paper is published, your abstract will be first and possibly only thing readers will access through electronic researches. They will only consider reading the rest of the manuscript if they find your abstract interesting. Remember, the student, suppose your paper is published in one of the reputed journal or revered journal, and people now want to Google your research paper. The very first thing they are going to see is your abstract. So you have to be very careful writing the abstract, because if your abstracts impress the reader, so the reader will read the rest of the manuscript. If not, the person will not read, and he or she will skip your reading. So skip your report. So you have to be very careful while you're writing a report, because it's the first thing that the reader wants to read. So now, writing an effective abstract, find major adjectives and conclusion. You have to use some adjectives and put that conclusion, how you got that, right? What motivated you, the major adjectives. Identify phrases and keywords and the methods. Phrases, how phrases are used and how keywords are explained, and what methods are used in the sections. You should explain these things in abstract. Find the main result from the discussion or result. So what has been discussed and what's the result section. You have to make the concise mention of these, and combine the above information into a single paragraph. Now you have got these. For example, you use some adjectives and conclusion, phrases phrases and keywords you got it, the methods, and then you just have ideas on discussions and the result, and then you just combine all of the above three things in a paragraph. This way you will be able to write an effective abstract. So in conclusion, I will just make a short mention of the short conclusion of the writing an abstract. Remember, this student abstract is a short summary of your project report. So usually about 150 words up to 300 words up to 350 words long. You should write it at the very first end, like when you have completed the rest of the project report. In the abstract, make sure to these things are extra, so you have to keep in mind that you have to state the main topic and aims of your research. If you want to write an effective abstract, so you have to state the main topic and aims of the research. What's the main topic and what is the aim of your research or the project? Describe the methods you used. What methods have you used while you are writing this abstract? And summarize the main results. You should summarize the main results, how you got that, the findings after discussions you have come across to results. So you have to summarize that the points and the key things that come in the result. So state your conclusion. So what is the conclusion? How do you solve it? The solution. So you should also state these things concisely in an abstract. So although the abstract is a very short, it's the first part and sometimes the only part of your project report that people will read. So it's important that you get it right. If you are, if you get it wrong, so this will devalue your report and people will not read your report. So the next thing we're going to study is a declaration or approval form. It's a declaration or approval form, we call that declaration or approval form. This is to declare that the project entitled, so here declaration means you declare, you confess, or you profess your declaration, or you approve your declaration. This is to declare that a project entitled, these sentences, you use these sentences or this simple paragraph or short paragraph as a declaration form. I will show you some other declaration form as well. This is to declare that the project entitled is an original work done by the undersigned in partial fulfillment of the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science. It means that here you declare, you confess that you have done this alone. This is, or maybe your group has done it, or there were some members, 2-3 students, you collectively have done this. Now you just declare this, and then you say that this is my own work, I haven't copied from anyone. Here it talks about the plagiarism. This is your only work, you shouldn't copy from anybody. So it's actually to submit to the computer science department and claim your bachelor degree from the computer science department or faculty at computer science department, Salam University. You have to mention these things you should declare that this is your own work. You didn't plagiarize from anyone. You have done this by yourself, and you should write the Bachelor of Science, from which faculty or from which university or which department. You should mention this. All the analysis, design, and system developed have been accomplished. Like, you should mention all these things. To declare a form where you declare that you have done it by yourself, you didn't copy from anybody. It's your own work, and you should write the name of the bachelor. It's to claim your bachelor degree in the faculty department or from a specific university. Declaration approval form. The undersigned certify that they have read the following project and one states satisfied with the overall performance and accomplishment of the student and hereby recommended approval. It's like supervisors or those who are critics on your project. So actually they also certify, they also sign at the end that yes, we have studied the project report and we are satisfied from the overall performance of the which has been accomplished by these group members, or for example by a single individual student. So now we are here recommend the approval, and we recommend it, and then they sign it at the end. So dedication, we will come to dedication later. Now let me give you an example of a declaration. So you can have it. Declarations here are some of the examples of the declaration. You see this declaration form. I hereby declare that this project entitled this one, you should done it. You have to prove it. You can see this, and here you should write the date for the declaration form, and here is a person who has written the project. Again, this is another one. I hereby declare that. This is another form. You can see it. So these are the declaration forms or approval forms. You can see here you declare, or if it's a team, this is for the team, like we hereby. If it's a single person, I hereby. For plural, we have so we hereby, and at the end, for their name should be like team member. These are the team member. These are the roll numbers, and signature should be placed here. So now here you declare that you have done it by yourself. You didn't copy from anyone. It's your self-done work. So this is what the declaration form for project report. Now this is another one in a PDF file. You can see I, the undersigned, solemnly declare that the project report in title, you should write the title, and remember that all should be in capital. All should be in capital letters, right? So I assert the statements, and you should put these things like the work have been done. These 4 points should be more the work contain these things and these things. It's like a kind of declaring that and here you write your name, your roll number, and enrollment number, and you sign it. Now this is okay, dear students, I hope you understood. This is enough for today. If you have any questions, you can leave your question forward. Inshallah, I'll get my best to I'll try my best to get your question answered. Stay safe and goodbye.